Hi, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Rabbi Yehuda ben Shemer. Today I want to talk to you about Hebraic Hermeneutics. Hermeneutics is the way one interprets the Scripture. And there's a method to it. And in the West, in Christendom, they have their own method. They have their own way of interpreting Scripture and establishing correct and right interpretations. And the Jewish people, we have had our way of interpreting the Scriptures for centuries. And we use the Hebrew word for paradise, which is pardes. And it's an acronym. And each letter of this word for paradise, pardes, is a level of interpretation. And in Hebraic Hermeneutics, there are 4 levels of interpretation. Each and every level of interpretation has to agree with each other in order for any given interpretation to be correct. So we start out with P in the word pardes, which is peshat. And this is the simple, literal, plain meaning of the text. It's just what it says in black and white. It is what it is. It's how it's read, right? You have the second level of interpretation, which is R for remez, which means something that's hinted at. It's the homiletical meaning, if you will. Then you have the third level of Hebraic hermeneutics and interpretation, which is called the drash level. And this is the applicable level. This is bringing out the personal application of that passage, how you can take that passage and apply it to one's own life. It can also be the allegorical meaning of the passage, if you will. And the final and fourth level of Hebraic hermeneutics from the word pardes is S for the sod level. Now the sod level is the spiritual or mystical level. It's that deep level of interpretation of any given text. Now remember, each and every level of the interpretation has to line up. They have to coincide with each other. They have to jive with each other, if you will. If any interpretation from the peshat, remez, drez, or sod level contradict each other or doesn't line up or doesn't flow together, then according to Judaism, the interpretation of that passage is wrong, because all 4 levels of the Hebraic interpretation has to line up for it to be correct. And that is the Hebraic hermeneutics from the word pardes, which is the Hebrew word paradise. Thanks for watching. Shalom.